been a busy start to the HotelPlanner Tour season for the class of 2025.
Let's go.
Back-to-back HotelPlanner Tour wins for the big South African.
Jamie Rutherford captured his maiden title on the HotelPlanner Tour.
Well played, Wilco.
What a time to find a putt for Josh Berry. Quimbadao has his maiden title on the HotelPlanner Tour.
I wasn't expecting this. I don't know what to say.
And now the season continues with back-to-back events in the UAE, starting at Al Zora Golf and Yacht Club. This was the first time the club had hosted the UAE Challenge. Designed by 18-time major winner Jack Nicklaus, the course opened in 2015. Set amongst flowing dunes and an inland mangrove area, it's one of the more unique golfing experiences, with the water levels shifting with the tides. Speaking of the ebb and flow of things, one man experiencing that firsthand is rising star Oan Giamundi.
Let's go.
Oan, firstly, can we get your name and surname, please?
Oan Giamundi.
Who is Oan Giamundi?
Though he's immersed in the sport now, golf wasn't always top of Oyan's list.
To be honest, I have some blood as a motocross rider. That was a dream, to be honest. My dream was to be a motocross rider. That would be a really, really good life, but it's really dangerous. Two of my best friends are, I think, in the top 5 riders in the planets. So, and it's really, really dangerous. Like when you crash, they are so fast. So you can break everything, to be honest. In golf, you can have a lot of goosebumps, and in motocross as well. It's a really tough sport, to be honest. It's really physically, it's really, really tough. But yeah, I would say the speed. I love the speed.
However, it turns out that two-wheeled speed wasn't the only thing a young Oyan had to think about.
I had a heart disease when I was young, so the girl from the medicine said, you have to stop every sport you're doing now. So I stopped everything and I started to play golf, and I didn't like it when I was really young, and then I started to play better and better, and I was like, hell, maybe let's try. I had a surgery when I was 12, so now everything is good. Because we never know. But yeah, thanks God, everything is good, and I'm really happy to be a professional golfer now. But I have a valves problem, so they took one to replace it. One was really, really sick, it was not working, so the blood was not flowing really good. To be honest, my life was in danger. That was a pretty tough period for me, for my parents and stuff, but I think we managed it really well. And yeah, I would like to thank all my family and stuff, because the support was crazy from them. And without them, I think I was probably not playing golf and here where I am today. I think that changed me as a person a lot, because when you're in danger and when like the doctor says, okay, Oyan, maybe you will die, there is a chance, you're like, okay, life is really short, we have only one life, so I mean, you have to enjoy it, and don't complain about everything, even if there is some tough moments.
Now on the mend, the The young Frenchman is 20 years old and thriving. He's in his second season on the HotelPlanner Tour, and life is looking up.
I'm feeling better this year. I'm feeling more ready. I'm not discovering everything. I know where I am, I know what I have to do, and I'm ready for it. My target is just doing what I can, doing my best every week. I have a really good spirit, I would say, and when I'm in contention, don't change anything, and just doing my stuff and doing Oihan stuff.
Super.
Perfect. Clap.
So, all guns blazing, the young Frenchman set about the impressive early target set by Vince van Veen at 8 under par. So was our young Gallic go-getter up to the task of catching Van Veen? The answer, a resounding oui. Oihan would make the turn at 1 under, with work to do, but with plenty in the tank to get the job done. Speaking of which, his high-speed motorsport mate was in his corner in full support mode.
I'm here for follow Oihan. I love follow Oihan, and I'm really happy to be here. We ride sometime together in motocross. He's better in golf for sure, but he's not bad in motocross too.
With his friend cheering from the sidelines, 4 more birdies found the back of the cup, and the young Frenchman was firing on all cylinders. Oihan would finish the day with a first round 67 and in a handy spot, tied for 9th. And so to day 2, a misty start, but with an early tee time, and as perfect conditions drifted in, could Oihan take advantage and assume pole position? With a birdie on the first, he was well on his way. After a few more nifty manoeuvres, the Frenchman steered his way to a frontline 33. He stepped up another gear from there, charging on with a back 9 that included only 2 pars, but plenty of gains. True to form, he went for everything. A double at 12 was balanced by 5 more birdies, including 2 to finish. Oihan would sign for another 67 to leave him tied at the top.
Hey guys, come in. I'm feeling good, to be honest. For me, it changed nothing. I just have to keep going to try my best, just doing Oihan stuff, and see at the end of the week where I will be in the leaderboard. I went to the ice bath after my game just because it's good for the body, for the legs and stuff. Then I just came back here, have a little nap, take a shower, and just chilling, relaxing, speaking with my brother, calling my friends, my family, and just don't think a lot about golf, and having some great moments.
So halfway there, lying ahead, a potentially memorable weekend. Still to come, two green-fingered Spaniards digging for victory at Al Zora. And who would blossom at the UAE Challenge as it reached its climax. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back to the HotelPlanner Tour, where we're in the Emirate of Ajman for the first of back-to-back events in the Middle East. Covering just 260 square kilometres, Ajman may be the smallest of the 7 Emirates, but it certainly has plenty to offer. The capital, Ajman, and the coastal suburb of Al Zora were on hosting duties for the UAE Challenge. Before the break, we saw that 3 golfers had seized a share of the lead at the midway mark of the tournament. But of course, there were plenty of twists and turns to come. Who would emerge by the end of moving day as the players jostled for position? Kit Alexander was waiting to find out.
Irishman Mark Power got off to a great start with this birdie at the first. And he would add 4 more red numbers and a couple of bogeys in a Saturday 69. Dan Eriksson picked up birdies at the 2nd, 4th and 5th holes, and he made it 3 in a row with this 2-putt birdie at the par 5 6th. Another came at 8 as he raced to the turn in 31 strokes. Oan Giamundi was the co-leader at the halfway stage. He used all of the hole for this birdie on 6 and picked up another at the next to be -2 through 7. The 20-year-old parred his last 11 holes for a 70, ending the day tied 5th. Will Hopkins jumped to 11 under par, courtesy of this superb chip-in 4-eagle at the 11th. But the Englishman couldn't kick on as he played the last 7 in +1 to slip to tied 14th. Road to Mallorca number 2, Josh Berry, holed this on the 15th for his 5th red number of the day, but 2 bogeys in his last 3 holes left a sour taste in the mouth for the Kolkata Challenge winner. 2-time DP World Tour winner Renato Paratore thrust himself into contention for a first HotelPlanner Tour title with a brilliant 64, including this birdie on the last, taking him to 15 under par. Dan Eriksson wasn't letting up though, and the American made gains at the 11th, 13th and 15th before coming this close to an eagle at the final hole. He would tap in for the birdie and a bogey-free 63 to jump 1 shot ahead of Paratore at -16. JC Ritchie was looking to build on a good start to the season in his native South Africa. And he used the contours at 17 beautifully to set up a birdie that took him to 14 under par. Things were getting tight at the top, and 4-time HotelPlanner Tour winner JC Ritchie wasn't done there. This was his 3rd shot from the sand at the par 5 18th. It just slipped by, but he made the birdie to complete a 67.
A quick glance at Saturday's end-of-play leaderboard shows that Dan Eriksson had made the most of moving day. His impressive 63 left him at 16 under par, sat just 1 above Paratore and Ritchie. Now, Al Zora is about so much more than just providing an exceptional golfing experience. The vision here is also to maintain and enhance the rich biodiversity of the surroundings. That includes a commitment to sustainability and conservation, something 2 of our top Spaniards were keen to get to grips with.
This is our trophy for the week. Maybe it's not the last time I'm gonna be here.
It's been quite cool to be involved with planting a mangrove, something that, it was the first time for me. And we get to learn a little bit what's all about behind these beautiful trees, helping the ecosystem and the whole environment.
You don't want to mess up your hands, Adri? I think you have to do it with your hands.
I'm going to use the spoon.
I didn't even think about it. I mean, now that we know more about these little trees, we know how good for the environment is and why they are here, because I had no idea. I didn't even think about it.
I think it's the first tree I plant in my life.
First time?
Definitely won't be the last one. Now every time we go through 16 hole, we're gonna look to the left, see if they're still alive. First tree for you as well?
First tree.
We went through this little tunnel between the trees, and you wouldn't expect to find all this water here. Like, you can see the mangroves from the golf course, but then you realize like how big everything is and how important as well, no, for all the ecosystem around it.
I like to disconnect. I mean, when you're on the golf course, I like to be pretty focused on what I'm doing on the practice, but once you get out, when you get in the car or on the bus heading back, it's always good to disconnect.
Here's our HotelPlanner Tour players in full flow, doing their bit, connecting with nature and helping to protect the environment too. But back to the golfing action now, as the UAE Challenge entered its final round. With plenty of contenders still in the hunt, who would find their rhythm, hold their nerve, and take home the trophy? It's back to Kit to find out.
Per Lengfers was millimetres away from a hole-out eagle at the first that could have ignited his charge, but it was one of just 2 birdies in a pretty quiet 72. Oihan Guillamoundeguy rolled this one in for a birdie, and he was 3 under through 4, but he couldn't quite kick on as he signed for a 68 to finish in tied 4th. Christopher Bryn produced one of the most remarkable shots you will ever see on the 4th. Well, it got them laughing, and let's take another look at that in slow motion. As you can see, it somehow dropped straight down from hitting the top of the pin and toppled in for eagle. Remarkable. The Dane would finish in tied 12th. Renato Paratore missed his first 3 cuts of this season, but the Italian was enjoying his weekend at Al Zora as he kicked off with a birdie at the first and fired this fantastic approach at the 3rd. He was heating up, and that second birdie of the day opened up an early 2-shot lead as he moved to 17 under par. Paratore spent the first decade of his career up until this season on the DP World Tour, and he showed his class with this magnificent second shot from the right rough at the par 5 4th. JC Ritchie was losing ground with 3 pars to start, but he nearly holed this for eagle here at the 4th. He tapped in for his first birdie of the day to get to -16. It was eagle time for Paratore though, as he capitalised on his brilliant iron shot to get to 4 under through 4 holes and open up a 3-shot cushion. The weather was hot, and my word, so was Paratore, as he drained this huge birdie putt on the very next hole, the par 3 5th. And he went from 1 behind to 4 ahead in the first 5 holes. head this difficult birdie putt at the 8th to perfection. Toppling in on the right-hand side, and he closed out with a 71 to finish tied 6th in his first appearance of the season. While Paratore was lighting it up, overnight leader Dan Eriksson was struggling to get much going as he bogeyed 2, birdied 6 and bogeyed 12. He had to get something going and hit this aggressive approach on 13. The birdie got him back to 16 under, but he could only muster one further red number at the 18th as he shot 71 and had to settle for solo 3rd. Adrianaus is somewhat surprisingly back on the HotelPlanner Tour this season. And this closing birdie secured his best finish of the year in tied 4th. But there was simply no catching Paratore after that electric start. Further birdies at 11 and 12 allowed him to par the last 6 holes for a joint best of the day 65 and a 2-shot victory.
Well, the feeling is so great. My last win has been 2020, so for me today was an important day. I fight a lot, I play really good, and I'm so really happy.
Helping to hand over the trophy, a special guest, His Highness Sheikh Rashid Al Nuami, the chairman of the municipality and planning department of Ajman, and the chairman of Al Zora Development Company. For the album. Our final leaderboard shows 9 different nationalities inside the top 10. Our featured player, Oihan, was prominent to the end. Arnaus, Eriksson and Richie in the frame too, but ahead of them all, our UAE Challenge winner, Renato Paratore. So let's see what that does for the rankings. No change to the top 5, but Richie and Paratore are heading in the right direction, now sat at 6th and 7th place on the road to Mallorca. Lower down, Eriksson and Chelly are stepping closer to that top 10, with Oan Giamundi just ahead of Danny List, who occupies that crucial 20th spot for now. And we've now hit the midway mark of our Middle East swing. Up next is a short trip to Al Ain for the Abu Dhabi Challenge. So join us next time as the pursuit of promotion to the DP World Tour continues.